Hey guys, we're back with the... Oh wait, let me tap in. The letter. I'm not really for sure if I like this. I'm messing with my volume, sorry. If I like this game or not yet. But instead, you know, let's just keep going and form an opinion. I was thinking about playing Valhalla today, but I figured, you know, might as well strike while the iron's hot, you know? Didn't jump scare me. How nice. Someone must have left it in this room since then. Did you leave this for me? Was she here a while ago? Yeah, right, so we got it right when she found the letter. Well, not right when she found it, like, as she was slowly bringing it up towards her. Can't I miss it though, can I? There's only one set of stairs, to and from the attic. The letter isn't exactly in pristine condition. In fact, it looks rather ancient. Paper's still thin enough, or it'll fall apart if I as much as touch it. It's great care, I open it. What I read shakes me to my core.
What? What? Oh my god.
Kohaku! It can't just be tearing out pages of your diary. Like, so, bit of context. If you don't want Tsukihime spoilers, please, just skip. So, I think it was Hisui's route. But no, and Akiha's route, I think. She finds the diary, and there's a whole page of it, I think, that's just help me. It's been a while since I've read Tsukihime, so I could be wrong here, but nothing but the words help me fills the page. All of it, seemingly written with a crimson shaded pen. Yeah, crimson shaded pen. Ha ha ha. Or blood. I gulp. Same phrase just goes on and on until... Send this to my people
Send this to 5 people or else. Or else what? Or else what?
As quickly as I can, I scan the back of the paper and peek it in the envelope. Make sure I'm not missing out on the second page. There's nothing.
No. Oh, please, no.
It's a spam email. So what do you call those? My hands tremble as dread creeps over me. It's like something you'd find in the comments of like a Flash game website. You guys have seen those before, right? When I was a kid, I can't remember what site it was on, so it was just, you know, generic Flash game site. I saw a comment that said that. I was probably like, what, 9 back then? So I was like, oh. But I didn't have an account for this site, so I was like, oh. Well, I guess I'm dead this Sunday. I just went to bed that Sunday. I was like, well, good night, everyone. Good night now. Well, I didn't say that, but I did go to sleep scared that next Sunday. I need to get out of here. Folding the paper in half, the sight that greets me next has me frozen on the spot. A pair of blood-soaked feet enters my field of vision, covered in gaping wounds, with the skin eaten away to reveal flesh, bone, and all manners of things one isn't meant to see. It's too much. All of it is too much. I want to cry, call for help. The words catch in my throat. Even my feet won't move, completely paralyzed out of terror. Ah! So now you see the obvious thing to do is be brave and look up, but close. But if I jump scare us, if we do, or this could just all be a prank. I mean, you know, maybe Rose just does, you know, ugly feet. So the branching tree, there's a bad end coming up by one of the choices. All right, let's do it. Need to face it. Whatever these feet belong to. Let me just turn my volume all the way down. If I'm going to die, if they're going to kill me, at least I'll know what my killer looks like. Cold comfort. So with a deep breath, I summon every ounce of courage I have left in me and shift my gaze upwards.
Please, don't hurt me.
It's always the sound effects that end up scaring me. Like, you can't tell since I don't have a face cam, which, I mean, for this type of game I really should, just because everything scares me, but I flinched at that one. Pretty bad. Oh. Hey.
No.
There's a pretty apparent contrast with the sprite in the background. That thing here scrambled towards the door. Struggled to open it, but it won't budge.
Stay away! Go away! Please, Lord, make it go away!
That sound effect is something. Why now? Why won't it open? No, you gotta have the candle lit for the juxtaposition. Come on now. It wasn't lit beforehand, I remember that. My heart sinks as gravity doesn't. That's it. So if it was lit, you know, it should extinguish. But if it wasn't lit, it should light up. You see? I'm locked in. Locked in with that thing.
Let me out! Let me out! Lord, please, let me out!
Slowly approaches me as I wrench the door knob violently back and forth. Tab C! Press tab to skip QTE. I couldn't press Z fast enough. Yes. The door finally swings open and I couldn't have been happier. So that you get the bad ending if you don't press Z fast enough. Or press tab. Wasting no time, I leap out of the door and don't look back. My feet pound against the floor in rhythm with the loud, fast beating of my heart. I'm curious, if I look at the banjo tree... Yeah, okay. So if we didn't look up, we wouldn't have gotten the QTE. Interesting. By the time I run past the hallway and find myself atop the grand staircase, my chest feels so tight it feels like it's going to burst. Hold on. But that's nothing compared to the feeling of hope the sight of the exit gives me. Racing down the stairs, a breathy laugh escapes me, and a shoe slips and I find myself falling. So my back hits the ground and pain wrecks my body. What an idiot. My head goes fuzzy and my vision dims as I fight to stay conscious.
No. Go away.
The last thing I see are his feet before all I know is darkness. Journal updated. While looking for a missing co-agent, Isabella Santos finds a mysterious letter in the Ermengarde mansion attic. Driven by fear by what she's read inside, thinking it's the place's curse that works, she hurried to leave the place only to meet... And that's it. Is the next scene gonna cut to like someone else's perspective like the next day, or... Curious as to how to work. I figured it'd all just be Echo. Everyone's checking out this cool mansion for a real estate party. You know, those are a thing. But, you know, there's the timeline has November 1st, I think it goes up to. Hold on. Yep. Oh, Halloween! That's the last... last thing I see of his feet before all I know is darkness. Is this the opening? This is actually a really well... Oh. I tapped out. Oh, do I need to mute this audio? Ooh. And I'll leave it.
Right off your nose.
Just hold.
Send letters goodbye. I won't forget you. Though your life fades away as I wither in this world filled with regret. Hold my hand and leave. Please don't leave me be. In these bloody halls where we shed all our tears, the darkness breaks, our memories alone remain. I reach out beyond the curtain black. I'm in too deep, so this letter I write. I want to be free, together by your side.
Wait, you get a gun in this game? Sweet.
And spend eternity in
Assuming you get to
this
play that.
place we call home.
Do bullets work against ghosts? Help me. Yang Mobile. What's that noise? A buzz breaks the silence. What's with the... Is this place like on fire, or are those red fireflies? So, I don't really know how to read this. Just the entire first chapter from Isabella's perspective? Or... Because that's kind of weird, isn't it? Because... Let's say we have choices. Well, I guess it could work with that, but... There's a lot of different routes that... Well, routes, but... I think about it like this. Let's say we have, you know, Isabella say that, you know... I eat other things too, and all 7 people are there when she says that. That means in all 7 different perspectives, they'd have to write a different scenario for I ate other things too. That's just, using that as an example. A buzz breaks the silence. Stretcher growls, holding the consciousness again against my own will. Never felt this tired before. Oh, hold on. There's... there we go. Options, text. Okay, you can skip unread text. That's one of the major flaws in Valhalla. Like, that's the biggest thing I could think of. You can't skip red text. Just want to sleep, but the insistent buzzing, poking, and prodding isn't letting me. My old mattress may not be the comfiest of places, but that doesn't make me any more eager to wake up.
5 more minutes, Becca.
Swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Oh, come on. Can I just get a few more minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard. What's him up? A hand lightly taps my cheek. Something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella?
The fog of unconsciousness immediately lifts from my mind. The moment I recognize the voice, my eyes snap open. Oh, I skipped a line. They're looking down at me as Rose. Another woman loiters beside her. Okay, that's who that was. I didn't recognize her, but I think that was the woman who was like in the jail, the prison bars or whatever. I assume that's Mary Ann? It could be Anna. We'll find out in a second anyway. But my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. Rose's posture just screams worry, although she's keeping a straight face. Trying at least. Oh, she has long hair? From the phone, the phone sprite, it looked like she had short hair. Can't help but feel bad for making her fret. Wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down. Luckily, it subsides after a few seconds, until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. Shouldn't it be with a little? Because, that just reads better, but eh. She hands me an ice pack and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump has formed. The light ache in the area is any indication.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
The Ermengarde mansion. Why? Ow, my...
And the date today?
October 21st?
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12, no. Why are we doing this?
I'm so used to just skipping, that I'll try to get better.
She's just checking to see if your injury is in any way serious.
This time, I curiously regard the woman standing beside Rose. It's impossible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. And here I thought Rose is already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? Well, with how apparently dressed she is, I don't think anyone would want to clean it in a suit. Expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Shut up, fax machine! Nobody even knows what you are. Hey! That's an old joke I did back in Everlasting Summer, which is 2014. I'm never letting that joke go. Our eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression, before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. Can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does. She may be far from the cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like my supervisor during evaluation day.
Just do it, please.
I eyed them both warily, but recite everything as she has asked. Rose releases a breath of relief when she's done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance when you started stirring.
So did we get transported to the shadow realm now, or?
Are you alright?
Desperation soon replaces the little lake. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic? Man.
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews. The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute...
No, not any of those. I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Both Rose and the lady looked at me like I've just grown another head. Did I say something weird? Rose casts an apologetic smile at the woman beside her, before the awkward silence stretches it on further. It's her saleswoman smile, same one she taught me back when I was still a trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients or just avoid trouble in general, she advised. It's also the one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Her eyes are serious when she turns back to me. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, with as much patience as she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you. You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry.
So we're not in the Shadow Realm?
I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call for an ambulance. I could cover for you.
Yeah, let me just steal from this haunted mansion. I'm not gonna get cursed for eternity.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. Can't miss an important sale because of a minor bump into the head. Extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing. She's gonna die from a head injury, isn't she?
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house. Alone. And in a mansion this big?
Well, there's also the part where I may lose the bonus BRC promise, but that's completely besides the point. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compressed to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railing to steady myself, but otherwise, I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
The two of them exchange a worried glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation. She says no.
All right, you in.
Smile threatens to slip out for me.
But if I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. Well, she is, but not in the scary negative way. Far from it, actually. Her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would probably wish to be like her. She coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my tongue, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my own blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Marianne, okay. Oh, she's a interior designer. You could email her mccalla@xmail.com. Is how McCall? Oh, okay, I can see that. That's not how I would have pronounced it if there wasn't voice acting. But what's with the? That's 1, 2. That's 6. That's 5. That's 11. No, that's 12 digits long. What? She unseals her business card. The words interior designer catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then. Won't hold it against you though. Despite the hair size and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing. After all, with what it offers, this place is a definite... Are we just gonna ignore the fact that we just got spooked? Even for people... Ah! Hold on. There we go. To live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please...
Thanks. There's no need for it though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place.
What kind of accent does she have? I don't know accents. Like, there's two types of accents. American and not American. Oh yeah, there's also Canadian. We can tell that apart. Instead of out, they say, like, oat. Like oatmeal.
I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Remember, she doesn't have it. It kind of sounded like she didn't pass sentences, but that, I don't know. Confused look on Rose's face is impossible to mess with when she glances at me, drilling her with an equally perplexed look. Against my better judgment, throw out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
Should have kept my mouth shut. Flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah Wright? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home.
What? They bought the what? Okay, the journal didn't change. Like, what? I don't think anyone bought the house yet. Or did they just buy it?
This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
This is the Shadow Realm.
It is, but
And she had short hair before. Oh, wait, oh no. Okay, she pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. Yos nudges me with her elbow. I'll check with the supervisor. I don't know. Oh, you gotta check her with the supervisor. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness and confusion clouding it. Oh yeah, it worked. One up. Oh yeah, Rose doesn't have one for whatever reason. Oh, we can see the character sprites here. Okay, so I think there's a blonde girl, I guess. I don't remember her, but Luke's the blonde battler who's evil. In the opening, you know, everyone gets like paired with like while smiling, and he just pairs with himself, smiling evilly. So tell me he's not evil.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinched when she turns her gaze on me. I stand my ground. Said, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property.
Sorry.
If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought. She nods with her entire body. After I finished. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'll likely
I
understand.
thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us, presumably to double check with someone on her side. Seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I'm a genius. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me doing a good job. Can't help but swell with pride. So are we going to want to like max relationships to get like the true ending? Or maybe we have to make someone mad to get... I don't know. I don't even know how the route system works in this game. Can't help but swell up with pride. This is a pretty long game, actually. I think it's like 30 to 50 hours. So I doubt there's like any, you know, ending yet out there yet. Well, by the time I need to worry about it, there will be. I've already prepared myself to dial a number to our Luxborn office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. I'd be very frustrated if, for some reason, an agreement has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. I've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCullough returns. How did you say it? Looking a little frustrated, but an apology clear in her face. I feel a little sorry for having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Okay, she definitely has an accent. I want to say it's Scottish, but I don't know enough about accents to comment.
certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella? I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me?
Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
And hurry! We've still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
Okay, got it. Give me a few minutes.
The two then disappear behind the Farley's door. Are we just gonna ignore the fact that ghosts? Okay, there's a neck. Okay, I was wondering. Ghost Cooper, along with a woman who introduced herself as Marianne McCullough. Oh, but she's not actually Marianne McCullough. Found Isabella Santos lying unconscious in the mansion's foyer before the open house to start. I'm able to recall what happened prior. Oh, She can't remember the ghosts. She can't? Well, but she clearly commented that, Isabella insisted on working, despite her coach and worries about her well-being. The departure brings with it a hushed stillness to keep me company, neither comforting nor soothing. This alone, it's impossible not to think of what truly happened earlier. Wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just my paranoia at work? Temporary lapse in my own mind after having heard all those tales about this place? Come, don't do this. Probably. I mean, I'd probably start thinking that too in that situation, but don't do this. Want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such, so I can work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ. If I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys you girls have just handed me dig into my palm. Its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I am clutching it. It's a cursory reminder of what I still need to do why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house, get the money. Ghost realm! Oh, we're out of the ghost realm. You know, it's not the shadow realm anymore, it's the ghost realm. How's the flow chart looking? Butterfly. Wonder if butterfly just means it's the right choice or that it's just a dialogue choice. Right choice meaning like you improve. So, isn't this whole thing the common route? Because, I mean, I guess it diverges here, but it all comes back together. There's just one choice that, you know, is linear, but that's interesting. A flock of people have already gathered in the matron's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. Not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed, standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed in the nines and to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, composed the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their head. I really hope there aren't any magpies? Is it magpies? Or magpies? They're like the birds, with eyes. Living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day in this. They're murmuring among themselves. Yeah, there's tons of birds actually. They just keep flying. They fly. Let's just say this is west. They hurry up, fly east, like where we can't see them, and just fly at a normal speed west again. It's really weird. It just stops circling us. Well, most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around. Well, what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
What? But that's the same floor. Ah! I get it. And I think that's a UK only thing. Like, I don't think it's as broad as like the metric versus imperial or stuff like that, but it's parts of Europe, I think, and maybe other parts of the world, but they call the bottom floor, like the one on the ground floor, and the one above it, the first floor. Hearing this, a few wander towards me. They're mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Miss McCullough also joins our group. But what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches. I assume that's Hannah and that's Luke. But it looks like something's just off.
It's so nice to finally meet you. When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you.
What's difficulty? Normal, like how fast you have to tap it? Okay, we have sprites on high quality. That we might have put them on low accidentally, but something looks off, you know?
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
It could be. I think the sprites are 3D while the background's 2D, so there's just like,
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Ah, they must be the client she's talking about. Might have seen their faces somewhere before. Some magazine? Or the television? Can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news, one way or another. Won't be surprised if these two have, too. They're people who are popular, though. They aren't dressed as loudly as the other. And in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind, though. Now, if I'm going to be a bit boring with my assumptions, so he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact. Peas in a pod. 30 minutes in. Then they're brother and sister if it isn't for the public display of affection. Matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. What did the ring say? It said my only something. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is to get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of canceling the listing agreement. Just hope one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. So, with papers in hand, I lead the way. Okay, I think I'll call it there. That's... Okay, do I save it this way or this way? The most important decision ever. Let's do that one. Okay. Or do we do this one? Let's not worry about it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next time for some more The Letter. You see, I can't go into OBS without, putting the music out, but I want to keep it up as, because I tend to ramble as I make my... See you guys next time. Bye. Like I am right now, So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.